the actions that you're taking throughout your day are not aligned to the same type of person that actually believes those things about them. Like you're not taking care of yourself, you're obsessing over somebody else, and you're waiting for somebody else to come bring you love when you should be having that love within you. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia Gogan. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe because it's a good time over here. By the way, I have a podcast. It's called The Glow Up Secrets, and if you need some more of my content, you need some more advice, you want to dive deeper on this self-improvement journey, then go listen to my podcast. It's going to be linked down below. I come out with an episode every single week. Healing, self-love, confidence, health and wellness. And I do a lot of Q&A/advice episodes where I ask you guys on my Instagram, which you need to follow me on there as well, at The Glow Up Secrets. Again, everything will be linked in the description. And I answer a lot of your guys' questions related to relationships or just self-love, dealing with certain situations in your life. And guys, don't forget to subscribe because I'm posting 2 videos a week now. Okay. Things get to be easy. Things in life get to be easy if you decide that they are easy. Why do you have to wake up in the morning and decide that you having to work out is going to be the hardest thing today? Why do you have to wake up in the morning and think about all of the things that you have to do and how hard they're going to be and how challenging and how much work you have to put into things? Why can't they be easy? Why are you always focusing on the negative? Why are you focusing on things that are not fun? Why are you looking at everything in your life as if it's hard, as if it's no fun, as if this is something so unwanted? Why do relationships have to be hard for you? Why do you look at relationships and men and be like, it's so hard to find good men, relationships are super hard, I can never get a consistent relationship, why do friendships have to be so hard, why does eating healthy have to be so hard, why does self-improving have to be so hard, why does finding my purpose and career, everything have to be so hard? It's hard because you've decided that it's hard. This is what I want you to understand. And I've been thinking about this for a while now. This is the mindset that I am looking at everything through. There is different schools of thoughts. There is different political parties. There is different outlooks that people have on life. There are different limiting beliefs that people operate out of. Whether you're a conservative or a liberal, whether you believe in God or the universe, whatever school of thought or values or ways of living, whatever you believe becomes your reality. There are people out there that believe in manifesting, that believe that things come to them easily, that relationships get to be easy, that people are good people, that opportunities come to them. They have a certain belief set, and because they have these certain beliefs, life gets to be easy for them. Their manifestations come in. Relationships do become easy. They are abundant. There's also people who believe a certain way about, let's say, making money. I have to work super hard in order to be successful. Now, these people will become successful, but they are becoming successful in a certain way based off of their beliefs. So that means for them, they've seen that their parents worked 40 years before they could retire and have a certain amount of money. And that's the path that they're on. Now, they're going to be successful, but the way that they're being successful depends on their belief system. But the problem sometimes that we have is when we start to adopt certain people's beliefs that don't align with what we want. And this is where things start to feel really hard. Things feel very much so in resistance. Some people are okay with having the mindset of, I'm gonna work this many years and then I'm gonna settle down and I'm gonna have kids and it's gonna go this way and that's great. Like some people, that's just how they think, that's how they believe, and their world revolves around that belief system, and that's their life. So if there's all different schools of thoughts, there's all different ways of being, there's different beliefs that you can have about the universe, why not choose the one that makes the most sense to you? Why not choose the one that feels the best to you? Why are you choosing the one that doesn't resonate with you? Why are you choosing the one that is confusing to you, that is hard to you, that makes you dread life? If you have a mindset right now that you have to trade all of your time for money and it's gonna be this particular amount of money because your parents told you that this is how it is, society is telling you that this is how it is, but it's making you dread life, it's time for you to pick up a new belief system. Because the truth is, you can pick up any belief system that you want. And the reason why you're not is because you have outside noise around you telling you this is how you should think, this is how you should feel, this is how reality is. But the problem with that is everyone is coming at you with their own belief system, their own limiting beliefs, their own successes, their own biases, their own interests, everything. And this is not to say that you can't listen to your parents or your peers or be guided in a way, but you have to look at the current beliefs that you're holding about life. I think the illusion that happens to some of us is, let's say we grew up around certain parents and they had certain beliefs, and their beliefs were you have to work a certain amount of hours and you're gonna make this much money and then you're gonna be successful and this is how it goes. We see that to be our reality, and so we adopt that belief. But the problem is, you're just seeing one example of a certain way of being successful in life. Everyone has different ways of being successful. Everyone has different beliefs, and depending on your beliefs, you will have certain outcomes. You will have certain outcomes that are fast or not fast, things that feel good or not so good. There are people who are successful, but they are also miserable because they believe that they have to put all of their effort, all of their time, they have to grind, they have to work, they have to be unhappy in order to achieve a certain thing. But then there's also people who are super successful and they are super happy within themselves, they feel whole, they have a great life, their outlook on life is amazing. And this is another thing. You have to truly understand the power of your beliefs. If you believe that relationships are hard, they are going to be hard. If you believe that going to the gym and working out is going to be really hard, it's going to be hard. And then you are going to sabotage yourself by not taking action. If you believe that this interview that you're going into is going to be really hard, you are going to stress yourself out and you are going to act a certain way and you're going to, again, sabotage that interview. And I know this to be true because I used to be like this. I used to be somebody who looked at everything as super hard. And when I looked at everything as super hard, I stressed myself out. And when I was stressed, I would act fearful. I would get in my own way. I would sabotage myself. I would procrastinate. I would stop myself from going towards my desires because I thought that they were too hard. And you know what I came to realize? There's a few things. One was that I had a certain set of beliefs of I have to do things this way in order to get what I want, and because this way is actually really hard, I don't want to even do it. So I had to start to fix my beliefs of what I held about the world and what success looks like and how to get it and all of that. But I also realized I really struggled with letting myself have fun. Now, if you watch my content and you're on a self-improvement journey, you're probably somebody who identifies as having the same type of mindset and journey as me. Maybe we're not on the same path, but we have the same journey. And when you've gone through traumas, when you're trying to heal yourself, when you're trying to improve, unfortunately what happens sometimes is you don't let yourself have fun. You don't let yourself enjoy life. You get really caught up with healing and improving and changing, which is great, but you don't give yourself the capacity to look at life and be like, you know what, actually everything is easy. Everything can be easy. Now, there's a lot of reasons why you don't do that. You're operating out of a very fight or flight nervous system response. I find, especially for me, I had a parent who didn't allow me to feel like I could play and have fun. So I took life very seriously. And on one hand, that helped me, that masculine energy, the structure, the working hard, getting everything done. But that cut me off from my feminine energy, the part of me that's creative, the part of me that looks at life and enjoys it and basks in abundance and is magnetizing and is not getting in her own way. Now, if you're a guy, you do have feminine energy within you as well, so just know that. But I think what I really started to do when I became more self-aware of the fact that I was looking at everything as so hard and dreadful, I realized that I didn't allow myself to just have fun. Why can't you just wake up and just decide that today gets to be a good day? Why can't you just wake up and be like, you know what? Yes, I have a goal, and the goal is to go to the gym, but I don't need to dwell in the fact that this is gonna be so hard, and I have to do legs, and I have to get up, and I have to do all of these things. Why? Get out of your head. That's another thing, is like, when we think about something, and we have this negative bias, and we have these limiting beliefs, we automatically ruminate. We automatically obsess over how difficult this is gonna be, and that makes the thing way more difficult. Stop thinking about it. Just do. Sometimes the best thing that you can do is just take action. So that way you override the part of you that wants to think about how negative it is, which will just stop you from doing that thing. Now, taking action is great to just do it, just go, just take action, but also you need to recognize that you have certain limiting beliefs that you're gonna need to change, that you're gonna need to find other people to be able to guide you on. This is another thing that I do when it comes to consuming content or getting advice from people or letting people mentor me. If I'm around people that think it's hard to make money, if I'm around people who think that all men are trash, if I'm around people who maybe, yeah, they're successful, but the way that they got successful was really hard and they're miserable and they don't even know how to enjoy life, I'm gonna become them if I continue to get advice and get guidance from them. And honestly, with the internet, you will find them everywhere. You will find certain niches of men, certain niches of women who have certain biases, have certain mindsets, and they're teaching others how to think and be and do. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong, because honestly, no school of thought is really wrong. It's just which one are you going to choose? For me, I choose for things to be easy. I choose to not get in my own way every single time that I want to do something. I choose to enjoy my day. So when I was a teenager, I had this weird relationship with my mom. Looking back, I realized that I had a lot of needs that I needed to get met by her, and it wasn't really happening. The way that I would try and get her attention, the way that I would try and get her to see how I was hurting, the way that I tried to be seen, even though I was so afraid to be seen, was to be dramatic. Now, there was definitely circumstances in our life that made sense why I would react a certain way, like very negatively. Like if we didn't have enough money for a school trip, then I would be stressing, and so would my mom. But I would take it like up 5 notches. I would really stress about it, and I would talk to her all the time, and I would become such a stress ball myself, and I would want her to be stressed as well, and I would make this huge thing, and at the end of the day, we always figured it out. I come from no money at all. No money at all. Okay? But one thing that I decided to not listen to my mom about, which I definitely start doing now, is that she would always say, we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be fine, we're gonna figure it out. Now, there's reasons why I didn't trust that we would figure it out, because I had a certain relationship with her and there was a lot of inconsistency. So again, it's valid that I felt those things, but at the end of the day, I became such a drama queen, and I learned how to be negative and stress about everything all the time, because what I was really wanting was deeper than just, let's say, getting a trip paid for school. It was that I wanted my mom to show up for me every day, consistently. I wanted her to give me more attention. I was honestly lacking a lot of support in my life, and I was trying to get it by complaining and stressing about situations. Because what happens when you are sick, when you are chronically ill, when you have something distressful in your life, sometimes, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but sometimes when we realize that's the only way that we are going to get love, we stay in that negativity. We stay in, oh, I'm really, really sick. I need your help. I need you. I need you. That's why you'll hear some stories of women who might deep down know that the man that they're with doesn't really want to be with them, but then they'll do everything in their power to try and get pregnant by him. And it's crazy to think back to this. Every single time that I was stressing about something in my life, and my mom was like, we're gonna figure it out, or it's gonna work out, I overrided the fact that there was an intuitive part of me that knew everything was gonna work out. But I decided to say, you know what, no, it's not gonna work out. Let me focus on the negative. And like, honestly, this is what you have to remember, and this is what you need to tell yourself. You will always find a way. It will always work out. But it's only going to seem like it will always work out if you have that mindset. If you don't, you're going to think, you're gonna look at everything as failure, you're gonna look at everything as an obstacle, everything as negative, everything as hard. And honestly, what kind of life is that? Why choose for life to be hard when it can be easy? Now, if you don't believe that life can be easy, you have to look around at who you're allowing to influence your mind. Who are you watching on YouTube? Who are you listening to when it comes to podcasts? What schools of thought do people have? You have to be careful about who you are listening to. And you might feel like you're being a little bit delusional when you want to listen to somebody that is telling you the type of belief system that you really want to have. But you're mainly thinking that you're crazy because you have had other people in your life say that is total bullshit. Manifesting doesn't work. The path of least resistance is not a thing. Living the soft life, can't have it. Really? Because there's people who live a soft life all over the world. There are women who have gotten the relationships that they wanted, the families that they've wanted, the homes that they've wanted. There are people who have gotten their health back. I've gotten my health back. There are so many people doing what they want, but these people have decided to send out signals to the universe of alignment, of this is what I believe and this is what I'm going towards. See, the problem that a lot of us have when we're trying to manifest, when we're trying to create a new reality is we think, okay, yeah, I believe manifesting works, it's amazing, da-da-da. But then you have other people in your ear saying that it doesn't work, your actions are not aligned to what somebody who actually believes that manifesting works would be doing. It's the same thing that goes with trying to tell yourself that you deserve love and you are valuable and you are deserving and you are going to get the relationships of your dreams, but the actions that you're taking throughout your day are not aligned to the same type of person that actually believes those things about them. Like you're not taking care of yourself, you're obsessing over somebody else and you're waiting for somebody else to come bring you love when you should be having that love within you. You're doubting yourself, you're doubting your worth, you're letting your mind go to all the negative spirals and the negative stories. And this part of you is what's going to manifest circumstances in your life. And then you're gonna be like, oh, manifesting doesn't work, there's no good men out there, I can't get what I want. That's because you're manifesting based off of your subconscious beliefs. Your subconscious beliefs are beliefs that are manifested from childhood, from the things that were imprinted in you in childhood. So that is why it's really important, if you're actually really trying to change and you want to adopt a new belief pattern, you need to work on your subconscious beliefs. Now you can do that through shadow work, you can do that through hypnosis, you can do that through different affirmations. I've made a video on my shadow work process and I will link that up here and down in the description if you want to understand the process. And I actually use a course, and the course is called To Be Magnetic, and it has a lot of shadow work and abundance mindset and like all of this kind of stuff where you can reprogram certain beliefs. I also have a journal prompt guide, a inner child discovery journal prompt guide, and also an abundance mindset journal prompt guide. This abundance mindset journal prompt guide was literally a guide that I made right in the moment where I manifested 5 figures in my life. And I did that because I started to let go of certain fears. I learned that the reason why I was blocking certain manifestations from coming into my life was because I had fear of everything. I was scared, I was wondering, I was waiting, I was stressing. And when you're in that mindset, you're not going to be able to bring things good into your life. So if you want those, link in the description. But I want to really hammer this home for you. Anytime that you start to get in your head and you start overthinking about an interview or going on a date or doing anything for the first time or again or whatever, tell yourself it's going to work out. It gets to be easy. It gets to be easy if you decide that it gets to be easy. If you decide that it gets to be hard, it's going to be hard. And I know that seems very simple, but that is the truth. And if you really are struggling right now with the mindset of overthinking and focusing on negative circumstances, you need to go watch the video that is linked on the screen right now. I talked about why it's so important that you stop obsessing over negative circumstances so that you can actually get the opposite of what you're trying to get, which is to feel good, to feel like everything is easy in life, to experience the relationship that you want, or the success that you want. Trust me, I know it's hard. I've been through it. I've been through the process, and I'm telling you, it gets to be easy. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.